right, hi. In this video, we are going to continue on with Program 5. So we just got our process option function to work, but it's not complete. It's just processing the option and printing a message based on the different options. So let's do our first choice is S. This is where we're going to display the menu. Well, luckily, I've already displayed the menu in my Program 4, so I don't have to. Did I display the menu in my Program 4? I did. I have display the menu. It has a void return type. So let's take a look here at our display the menu function. This display the menu function has a void return type, and it just displays the food and the beverages. So this is the same function that I did in Program 4. So hopefully I have my menu here, and I do. So I don't have to retype that. If you did not get your menu displayed properly in Program 4, you'll have to type it up. Please note that it's not the same as Program 3, because in Program 3, the display the menu function had an integer return type. In this one, we have a void return type. All this function does is display the options. It does not get the option, it just displays the options. We're going to ask and get the option, the item number, when we do the order price function. All right, so I changed it up. This is so you can practice functions. That's on purpose. I make changes because I want you to practice different ways to use functions. So our display the menu function is very simple. It just uses a bunch of printfs to display those that are available. It's just like the greeting function, as a void return type, and takes no arguments. So we're going to call that here. We're also going to display the menu when we make an order, right? You want to display the menu when you make an order. You also want to display the balance, but we didn't do that one yet. All right, let's build it and test it. I made a change. I test every time I make any change. And so if I pick S, I should display the menu. If I pick O, it should display the menu. And that's working. So the next thing we want to do is display the balance. So we have a display the balance function. This function is very simple. It just takes the balance and displays it on the screen. I think we've already used this function in our Program 3. So I can take it here from my Program 3, view balance. I think I named it the same thing, view balance. I hope so. Yeah, it's called view balance. It's the same function as Program 3. And if you did this already, I certainly want you to reuse what you've done. So there isn't really any reason to, not to reuse functions that you've already written. So this is our view balance function. I'm going to use this function in a couple places. I want to view the balance in the main function after I connect to the file and read the balance. So here in my main function, I want to use my view balance function. In this case, it's going to take the balance in main as the balance it's going to display. So I don't really need, I can get rid of that comment here. So in the main, I connect to the file, I get the balance, I read it in, and then I print it onto the screen. I also want to view the balance here inside of this function. I would like to view the balance. If the user decides they want to make a purchase, I'd like to tell them how much they have in there. The name of the copy, the local copy of the balance inside of this function, it's called balance. We're not in the main function anymore. We are locally in this function. And also, I will display on, if the user enters a B, I will probably display the balance. And if the user wants to add money, I will probably display the balance there too. So look at, we're going to display the balance no matter almost any choice that they pick. And now we're just going to test and make sure that it's working. So the current balance is $5. If they pick S, we don't display the balance. If they pick O, it's $5. If they pick B, it's $5. If they pick A and Q. All right, next thing. Let's do our reload function. The reload function you've already done in program 3. It declares a local variable and asks and gets the amount to add, adds that amount, and then returns it. So if you had problems in program 3, maybe it'll become a little more clear now. So in program 3, you declare a local variable for the amount. Then you will ask the user how much they want to add. Assume they'll enter a reasonable amount. Get that amount. And then, because you have your own local copy of the balance, you take that amount that they entered, add it to the balance, and return it. So if the balance came in as 32 cents and the user adds $15 more, then it will return $15.32. You take that amount. My balance was $5. I added $6. So then I have $5 plus $6, and that is going to add together, and I will return $11. If you want to put parentheses here to make it more clear, you can do that. If you want to use an extra variable, you can do that as well. But this is the straightforward way to do the reload function. This function will be used when you add money. So why don't we do that right now? So when you add money, then the name of the variable is called balance. So balance equals reload. That's the name of the function. And you pass it the balance. It's the same that you did in program 3. And then you want to view the balance. Hopefully you're seeing now how convenient it is to reuse functions over and over. That's the whole point of this assignment. It's not to do a coffee app. It's to reuse. So let's test. Okay, I want to add money. How much do I want to add? $30. My new balance is $35. So it's working. And if I wanted to add more money, I want to add $45. My new balance is $80. Now it will keep adding. We have not connected to the file to put the balance into the file. So when I close this and start all over again, it'll go back to $5 because this balance is just a balance that is part of the active program that's executing right now. But when I save it in the file, then it's going to change. All right. Now, so that's working. That's working. The only other thing we need to do now is make a purchase. So let's make a purchase. And if you do not have enough money, then you cannot make the purchase. So the first thing we need to do is our order price function. So let's take a look at our order price function. Our order price function is going to declare and ask for the item number, and then it's going to determine and return the price of the item. So it's going to be very similar to what we did in program 3. We had an order price function. Only in program 3, the item came in as a function argument. In this case, I don't want to have to retype all of this. For this program, it's a little bit different. So go down here to our function. So we're going to declare, we're going to ask and get it, and then this is what we're doing right here. We're going to, we have our price. If the user selects a 1, then we're going to return, our price will be $2.35, etc. So this is the same options, the same prices. The only difference is that instead of having the item come in as an argument, we're going to have to declare an item here. and we're going to ask and get the item number. So I'm just switching things up so you guys can get more practice with functions and different ways to use them. So we're just going to say, enter your selection number. And I initialized my price to 0. So if they select something that is, not on the menu, then the price returned will be 0. But you can assume that the user is going to, the grader is going to pick an item that's on the menu. Okay, so now I need to scan. %D for an integer. So this function is going to, it declares an item, sets the price to 0, asks for the number, and then returns the price based on the number. So it's the same thing that you did before, only it's going to declare its own local item number. So now we need to test this out. Where do we call this? We call this from our process option function, only if they want to make an order, right? If they don't want to make an order, we don't care. All right, so if they want to make an order, we need to have a variable called price. We need a local price here because that price is going to be returned, and then we're going to pass that price over to our enough function to see if there is enough money. So what is the name of the function? The order price function. The order price function doesn't take any arguments, but it does return the price. And what I like to do here is add a printf that says, just to make sure it's working, price in, what is the name of this function? Process option function. I like to give myself a lot of feedback to make sure that everything is working as I expect. So again, this is not required, but how else am I going to know if it's working properly? So when I pick O, it should view the account balance, display the menu, then then call the order price function in which I get to pick my item number and return that price. So let's make sure that it works. Step by step. I pick O. Okay, select my hot latte, and it is $4.68, and that is working. Now I haven't made my purchase yet because that part has not been done yet. So if I were to view my balance should still be $5. All right, so the next we need to check for enough money. Now check for enough money function is down here. And the check for enough money function, I think, is the last one. So it's just going to check if there's enough money and returns a 1 if there is enough and a 0 if there is not enough. I believe we already did this in program 3. So no, it's nice if you guys did your programs. So you do not have enough money, and you will need to make the selection again after you reload your account, and that is true. So I also, in my sample output, I believe I told the user if they do not have enough money that they should, to reload their account, they need to select A. So up here, when they do not have enough money, it said you do not have enough money, select item A. So I think I'm going to fix that here. You do not have enough money in your account, so select item A. All right, so now we want to test this. We need to call it. So I'm back here in my process option function. I'm going to use a variable called enough. here, I'm just going to say enough equals, and what is the name of that function again? It's called check for enough money. There we are. Okay. And I'm going to pass it. It takes my balance and it takes my price. So this is a local balance and a local price in this function. And I'm going to print it to make sure that it's right. I don't need this one anymore. I can comment that out. So I'm going to print enough is %d enough. So I'm just going to check to make sure that I have enough money and test, and then I have to just add the if-else condition, which is pretty much the same as program 3. All right, so I want to owe. I have $5, so enough is 1 because I was able to make the purchase. Now, enough is always going to be 1 because why is enough always going to be 1? Because I have not subtracted any money from the balance. All I did was make sure that my check for enough money is working, and it is. So now I need to just add the condition. So if enough equals 1, then you can say printf, enjoy your purchase. Let's see what I did in my program 3 for that. All right. So I'm going to take this here so I don't have to. All right. Oh, I did like that. All right, that's fine. If enough equals 1, then what's going to happen? Well, I'm not in my main function anymore, so I'm going to have to use my local balance is going to equal my balance minus the price. Okay. So I want to put this here. So I want to say if the price is not 0, because if the price is 0, what that means is that the user made a bad selection. So if the price does not equal 0, and this is, you don't really have to add this extra condition. So this is saying if I have enough money and the price is not 0, this is a nested condition, because if the price is 0, then I'm not going to actually make a purchase, right? So if the price is not 0, I will remove the price from the balance and tell the user to enjoy the purchase. Otherwise, I will tell the user they do not have enough money. Okay, you do not have enough money. So if they do not have enough money, then they're going to have to select A, right? If they don't have enough money, then they're going to have to select A and add money to their account. If they do have enough money, then we'll make the purchase. And if they select A, we reload and update the balance, and then the balance gets returned. So if they do have enough money, the price will be deducted from the balance, and that new balance will be returned. And if they don't have enough money, then they will have to select A and add money to the account. So I think it should be working, and all that will be left is to put it into the file. Alrighty, make an order 3, enjoy your purchase, check my balance, it's 32 cents, make another order, and I don't have enough money in my account. I need to select A, add money, and now make an order. I have $5, and now I can make my purchase, and now I can quit. All right, so it's working. Of course, it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And the very last thing we need to do is to save the balance into the output file. So we're going to use fopen again, out ptr equals fopen. We're going to open the same file that we connected to read from. Only this time we're going to open it, and we're not going to read, we're going to write. And you use fprintf to write the balance into the file. fprintf out ptr percent point, oops, I didn't put it in parentheses, percent point to f, and the name of the variable is balance in main. So this should put that into the file. At the end, after the loop is over, after you've done all of your shopping and added your money and bought things and whatever, then your balance, you're done. You're not buying any more snacks. Right before the end of the program, you're going to put that balance into the file, and then we will close both of your pointers. Right before return 0, you will close both of your file pointers. We should build now and not have any more warnings. No more warnings. And one last test. I'm just going to make an order. And now I have $2. Let's see, my balance is $2.65. So I'm going to quit. And if I navigate to my account balance file, it should now have $2.65 in it. So there's also step-by-step PDF instructions, and email me if you get stuck on anything. Just be sure to attach a current version of your code.